Welcome to Good Gaming's Wild Meta Snapshot for March 2017. It's often complained that the Wild ladder is just the same decks as Standard, and you'll notice in the Wild tier list that yes, there are some familiar faces. Pirate Warrior and Reno Lock are the two most powerful decks in Wild at the moment, with Aggro Shaman, Jade Druid, and Dragon Priest filling out tier 2. Egg Druid and Secret Paladin are almost non-existent in Standard ladder, and these two fill out the remainder of the tier 1 decks. However, there are two things that make climbing the Wild ladder distinct from climbing in Standard. The first is that in Wild, you have the tools to combat the hyper-aggressive decks. Pirate Warrior with Ship's Cannon is off-the-charts aggression. Egg Druid can capitalize on Haunted Creeper and Nerubian Egg, sometimes finding lethals on turn 4 with Savage Roar. And Aggro Shaman in Wild has tools like Crackle to burst opponents down even faster. The difference is that almost all the non-aggressive decks will drop Deathlords on turn 3 and Sludge Belchers on turn 5, and these taunts are extremely powerful anti-aggro tools that players in Standard simply don't have access to. In Wild, aggression can be truly punished consistently. The second is that in Wild, you can actually climb the ladder successfully with a unique archetype. While Egg Druid and Secret Paladin are unique in Wild, they're not the only fresh faces that can complete a climb to Legend. With Wild having access to such a larger card pool, the quote tier 3 decks are actually incredibly strong. Malygos OTK Shaman, Hybrid Hunter, and the soon-to-be exclusive to Wild Freeze Mage all have incredible tools that can topple even the strongest tier 1 decks. Even though the powerhouse decks are indeed the most powerful, players don't have to sell their souls to Patches, Reno, and Jades to get to Legend in Wild, and this is a great reason to appreciate this format. The biggest change in the March season in Wild is that the February balance patch that hit Claws and Buccaneer allowed Secret Paladin to find a solid spot in the meta again. The powerful consistency of Pirate Warrior and Aggro Shaman pre-balance had all but pushed Secret Paladin out of existence. Players are running both Murloc-based lists and Classic lists with great success on the ladder. In the March season, one of the greediest archetypes in the entire snapshot showed incredible promise, with several players steering Malygos OTK Shaman even into the lower Legend ranks. This list capitalizes on a card that some don't realize exists, Ancestor's Call. For as little as 4 mana, or perhaps for 1 mana if ripped from a far site, Ancestor's Call can bring Malygos onto the board at quite the discounted cost. Using powerful board clears and heals to stall the game, Malygos in combination with things like Frost Shock, Crackle, and Lightning Bolt can finish off most opponents. And in the aggressive matchups, the board clears and heals are typically all that's needed to exhaust your opponent of resources. The Year of the Mammoth rotation is going to make a huge impact on the Standard meta, and with the Hall of Fame set rotating a batch of classic cards to Wild, we might finally enter into a Hearthstone world where Wild is distinctly different from Standard. Be on the lookout for our next Wild report, which we'll publish after the Aggro meta settles into place. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and join the discussion in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on all of Good Gaming's Hearthstone guides and videos.